The woman before me, Donna, what was she saying? If they don't like it, they need to go back to Saudi Arabia,
But Zalay,
Every time freedom of speech is more important than the right to not offend someone. When you live in a democracy, the meaning of democracy gives you the right to offend. Many things are said on the radio, in films, that I find deeply offensive, but I live in a democracy and I will defend the person who has offended me because I want to be in a democracy. And if you want to have blasphemy laws, then go to Saudi Arabia or to Pakistan, where you can even be beheaded for being blasphemous. But this is a democracy, and I will stand up and defend it to the bitter end.
Donna,
the right to freedom.
Yeah, absolutely. And Voltaire would be very happy with you, Donna, with your particular view. Do you think the right of free speech is actually absolute in this country? Because we both know that it's not. You can't go and shout fire in a crowded theatre. You can't go and incite hate towards someone. You can't go and incite violence. Quite rightly, in my view, there are protections in law. If there are protections in law against inciting violence or hate towards any particular group, why should there be no law preventing complete gratuitous offence being caused to a religious group or any other group for that matter?
Again, Ali, this is a democracy. We do not live in a society that's not secular. This is a secular society. If you want blasphemy laws, then you go and live in a society that's not secular.
But you still have bishops in the House of Lords. You still have a king that is head of the Church of England. It's not completely secular, is it, Donna?
Well, to all intents and purposes, it is secular. How many people go to church, Ali?
It's a good point. I agree with you, Donna. I mean, what would you say to those parents who are campaigning outside the Batley Grammar School back in 2021, or who got very riled up about supposedly a boy with autism dropping a Quran on the floor? We don't know what exactly happened, but it was scuffed. That was recorded as a hate incident. Did these kind of incidents actually concern you about how certain elements of communities, and we have to be very careful not to say every Muslim in the country, because I don't know what every Muslim thinks, because I haven't polled all the millions of them living here. So I don't want to say for everyone. But do you think that there are certain groups out there? How would you respond to them campaigning outside a school like that, putting a teacher into hiding?
First of all, Ali, 90% of my friends are Muslim, and they're deeply embarrassed when things like this happen, because it doesn't reflect the way they think. And I will say to the people who demonstrate and all that, why on earth have they chosen to live in a society such as ours if they feel that way? Would it not be better for their mental health to go and live in a society that reflects their values?
It's an interesting point. Donna, let me ask you this before I let you go. Do you think that we in this country have been muscular enough about promoting our own values, or do you think we're too shy? The reason I ask you this is because Policy Exchange, the think tank, published a report in 2023, and one of its key findings was this: a worrying proportion of teachers believe that regardless of a teacher's intentions, images of the Prophet Muhammad should never be used in classrooms, even the teaching of Islamic art or ethics. And as many as 55% of teachers said they would not use an image of Muhammad anyway, and it was higher for teachers of art, 64%. Do you think we've got an issue here?
Ali, I think we are trying too hard to be all things to all people.
Yeah. Donna, I agree with you. Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Finish your point.
We should have some sort of legislation, which I think now they're trying to have, to protect teachers and the way they teach our children. If we do not like it, take the child out of the school, but do not go disrupting other pupils.
Donna, I think it's a really, really good call, because you've outlined the issue very, very clearly. It's a democracy. It's a democracy. There has to be respect in a democracy for different views, and the right to offend is one of them. Donna, thank you for your call. Zalay in Nottingham, good afternoon.
Yeah, Donna talking about people should go back to Pakistan and should go back to Saudi Arabia doesn't make any sense. When you're talking about freedom of speech, I feel as though when you speak about Islam, Prophet Muhammad, it's fair game. You can say what you like, it's freedom of speech. But if I want to criticize a Jewish person, I'm anti-Semitic. If I say something about a gay person, I'm homophobic. But when you're talking about Prophet Muhammad, Islam, it's fair game. And if you don't like it, what we need to do is go back to Pakistan or go back to Saudi Arabia, even though we're born here and we live here. Why can't we feel offended? If we feel offended and we say something about it, it's all of a sudden it's a freedom of speech matter.
But Zalay, I don't think anyone's saying that you can't say something about it. Of course you can.
So what's the point of this discussion then?
Well, I'll tell you what the point is. The point is that a teacher in Batley is still in hiding 3 years after he had to go into hiding.
How long did this? When did this happen?
In 2021.
Yeah, and it was 2024 now. They're not in hiding. They're in employment.
Still in hiding now, according to my thing.
No, they're working. They're employed.
Well, check it. Where's your facts for that? Because I've just read a report this morning that says they're still in hiding.
And all these reports you're reading, and all these reports, they're all like anti-Islamic reports.
Okay, Zalay.
Every single report you say, every single report you've talked about. Yes,
Zalay,
yes.
Why is it? Why is it?
You're a Muslim, aren't you, Ali?
I am.
Right. Do you experience Islamophobia?
What do you mean by Islamophobia?
Well, you know exactly what I mean.
No, I
don't pretend that you don't know what I mean.
No, I don't.
You do.
No, I
You're
don't.
a very educated person. You know exactly what I mean.
No, I don't, Zalay. I'll tell you what.
You're a liar if you're saying you do.
Okay, hold on. Calm down. And don't use words like liar on my program. I'll kick you off. Show some respect, right? Let's have an educated, mature discourse and don't try and exhibit the kind of behaviour that was being exhibited to that poor teacher in Batley that had to go in hiding, right? So let's just make some ground rules about it. On Islamophobia, I don't like using the term. I would prefer anti-Muslim sentiment because I think that certain people who I meet use Islamophobia as a catch-all to prevent any analysis, scrutiny or criticism openly of their religion. Now, if you believe, as I do, right, in your religion, you should be able to defend it to scrutiny and also have it stand up to ridicule and fight back if you want to do so, which does not mean that you threaten and intimidate people so they go into hiding, Zalay, does it?
Like you make like that way as you're speaking, you're painting most Muslims like that.
I'm not at all. I'm not at all. No, I'm not.
You're a Muslim yourself, and all your topics mainly when I listen to you is that anti-Muslim topics.
Why are they anti-Muslim?
Make no sense.
Why are they anti-Muslim?
Pardon?
Why are you saying it's anti-Muslim to discuss an issue?
Because whenever you speak, you don't say nothing positive about Islam. You never say anything positive about Muslims. The woman before me, Donna, what was she saying? If they don't like it, they need to go back to Saudi Arabia.
But Zalay,
why is she pointing out Pakistan and Saudi Arabia?
Because Zalay, it's a free world, right? And if people who even are born here are feeling uncomfortable, they have a choice. It's like you can go to any country. If people don't like the tax rate here, they can go to Monaco, right? It's the same thing. If you're not comfortable, if someone's not comfortable, they can change the society to the degree that they want to try to. But this is a democracy. It's a secular democracy that we're living in. So she's absolutely within her rights to say, if you're feeling that concerned about blasphemy, and blasphemy is such an important issue to you, as tax might be to some multi-billionaire who wants to live in Monaco, it's a free world. You can go anywhere you want in the world and feel more comfortable. What's wrong with that?
Honestly, Ali, blasphemy law is not that important to me.
Okay, what
Honestly,
is?
No.
So why are you getting so het up about it then?
I'm kicked because I'm a Muslim and I don't like hearing this every single day, the rubbish that you lot spout.
No, but hang on, it's not rubbish, Zalay. Are you saying that this... No.
If you talk to any normal Muslim, if you talk to...
Zalay,
you walk down the road, you talk to Muslims...
Okay. Zalay, I speak to Muslims up and down this country.
You know what let me finish, mate.
Okay,
when you go to a shop, or you get a taxi driver, you go to a kebab shop, and they're talking about blasphemy laws.
Zalay, do you think, right, okay, let's just take this. Do you think that the impression you're giving on this programme by saying that this is not an issue for you, that someone has to go in hiding in a school, is just a non-entity and it's all being blown up by the media? Are you saying that, really?
All you do is, like, historical events, you keep on bringing them over and over. Why don't you talk about other things?
No, but hang on a second. It's the front page of a major national newspaper that a new guidance is going to be brought in to protect each. Are you saying, Zalay, just let me get this straight, are you defending the fact that that teacher went into hiding? Please tell me.
You know I'm not.
No, but it doesn't sound like you're not.
You might sound like you could. That's your mentality, mate.
No, it's not.
Why would I? I'm totally against anything like that.
Zalay, I think people will make their own conclusions based on what you've said about where you stand on issues. I'm glad you cleared it up, and thank you very much indeed for your call.